The champ is here.
I have arrived.
The champ is here.
Holla.
The champ is here.
Listen,
The champ
I'ma
is
kill him
here.
with the first verse, and I'ma
champ is
bury him with the
here.
second.
The champ is here.
Watch.
The champ is here.
Thinking that you better than me?
The champ is here.
Nah, boys, plain to see.
The champ is here.
Haters talk when I step in the room.
The champ is here.
Jaws drop when they see what I do. I'm addicted to success. There's no rehab. Try to cure my addiction, I'll relapse. They want me to fall now and stop rap. You still hating on me? Homie, we off that. I got that new flow. Okay, let's go. Credentials so overweight that they call me sumo. Mr. Jones, nobody could ever hold this. My words soak through your veins. Call that shit osmosis. #1 greatest, all-time hated. Still outspoken, I'm my all-time favorite. Almost famous, me, I'm never nameless. Unsigned hype, ain't no other way to state this. #1 record, #1 draftee. A one-man show, one-man army. Your hands can't hit what your eyes can't see. Man, float like a butterfly, sting like me. Thinking that you better than me?
The champ is here.
Nah, boys, plain to see.
The champ is here.
Haters talk when I step in the room.
The champ is here.
Jaws drop when they see what I do.
The champ is here.
Hello, Jamie with Jamie Outdoors here. We just want to talk a little bit about what worked today. When we first got out there, it was 65 degrees outside. It was a little chilly. Needed a small light jacket. Water temperature was about 78 degrees. The clarity was about 2 foot. It was pretty clear. You could see about 2 foot down. Roughly kind of stained a little bit, but not too muddy. Early on, we started off with a spitting image. That's a topwater lure, just matching the color of the shad that was moving through the water. There were schools of shad moving out through the water, and then later on in the day, we switched to a jointed crankbait, the same color, roughly the same color as the shad that was in the water. We caught roughly about 30 fish, a mixture of largemouth, spotted bass. And we had some schools of white bass that we got into also. They all hit just about the same thing. But our main pattern was that crankbait off of big creek channels and smaller creek channels too. The smaller creek channels were a little bit more successful. But when you started seeing the shad kind of move around, that's generally when you had something chasing it. And you stayed roughly probably 40 to 50 yards away from the banks and casted towards the bank, so you wasn't really necessarily bank fishing or flipping around cover and stuff. It was mostly coming off those creek channels 50 yards from the bank. We had a pretty successful day. What we had our stuff on was had a Avo Garcia Revo S on a Bionic Blade Micro from Bass Pro, and then I had an Avo Garcia Ducket Ghost. They're both 7-foot rods. The power on them is medium cranking, and the action is fast. So we were using a 30-pound braid on both of those subjects, including the topwater. The braid floats, so it makes the topwater work a little better and a little different pattern. Also, what I did was I changed out my hooks, that front hook on both lures to a red treble hook to kind of entice strikes a little better, and it seemed to work pretty good. Other than that, it was a good day at Angelina River, and nice that they're also what they were doing was they were generating every day from 11 A to 9 P, so it would push some cool water through the water column there and get those fish active. This is Jim with Jim Outdoors. Thank you.